Hello and welcome to your Twin Flame reading. Hope you're all doing amazing. Let's get right into your Twin Flame reading. Let's begin with what are the energies surrounding your connection? What are the energies surrounding your connection? What's going on? What is going on in your connection? So there will be an extended reading to accompany this one. So if this resonates, be sure to click the link below and join me to go in more in depth into what's going on. So we have the King of Wands and we have the Three of Pentacles. So what I'm picking up is that your connection is going through some challenges. See with the lion there. It's almost like your connection feels like it could be in danger. Not like serious, like life-threatening danger, but it's like what's going on? Like it doesn't seem like it's more like energy of like up in the air, that kind of uncertainty. So it's not like your connection is in danger, but it feels like it could be like, I don't even know what's going on with the connection. It feels very shaky, unstable. With the King of Wands, it is going through this phase, but it is strengthening. That's what I'm getting with the King of Wands. It is strengthening. So often what happens is how do we become stronger? We have to like exercise those muscles, right? To make those muscles stronger. So to make your connection stronger, it's going through this phase of whatever it takes to get your connection strengthened. So if you are having doubt, if you're wanting to give up, if you're like not believing in your connection, not believing in twin flames, just wanting to find someone else, whatever it is, it's happening to strengthen your connection. So what is happening is that the universe is working with you, saying, okay, you're under some pressure now. You're feeling the pressure of uncertainty, of doubt, of disbelief, of losing the faith in your connection. The universe is like, okay, putting this pressure or allowing us to feel this pressure. And the universe is saying, you have options. You either, because of that pressure, because of the need to strengthen the muscles, you can give up, or you can persevere, if that's the right word. So it's just like when we're exercising to strengthen our muscles, we can either say, screw this, I give up, it's too hard, it's too painful. You can say that with your connection, or you can say strengthening is a good thing, because when the connection is strong, it can withstand anything. It can withstand the pressure of life, of ups and downs, through sickness and in health and all that stuff. It can ride the waves. It can get through storms. So that is what's happening in your connection. The universe is working with you, saying, come on, you can do this. Just 10 more. 10 more push-ups, whatever it is. 10 more. You can do it. And you're like, I can't possibly do this anymore. It hurts. I can't. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're feeling. But you're not alone, because we're all going through this. So the universe is giving you support on your journey. It's kind of like, the reward that you get after maybe doing a good workout. Like maybe the reward is just having a good night's sleep, whatever it is. But the universe is like working with you, rewarding you for the great job that you're doing. But if you're giving up, the universe is going to be like, you signed up for this. You signed up for this gym membership of strengthening those muscles. So the universe is like not letting you crawl away. The universe is like dragging you back. And I'm just using these visuals to give you an example of what's happening. So the challenges that you're facing, the difficult emotions that you're feeling is part of the strengthening of your connection. Because even though you signed up, like before you even incarnated, you signed up for this gym membership of being on a twin flame journey. And there was this, when you sign the contract, it does say, if you choose to give up on your twin flame, if you choose to give up on yourself, if you choose to give up on the journey, so be it. The universe can't force you, but the universe will call you out. I know because I've experienced it. The universe calls you out. It will. And it does. You've probably experienced it. What happens when you give up? When you give up your gym membership? You feel guilty. You feel crappy every time you make an unhealthy choice. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this tight and not digress, but I'm just trying to illustrate, to give you that picture of what is happening. Your connection is strengthening, even if it doesn't feel like it, because most days you're like, there's zero connection, Jade. I know. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it, but it's strengthening. Because where it's strengthening is within. Within. Your resolve is strengthening. Your beliefs are strengthening. All of this stuff. If you're still on the journey and you're sticking with it, you're getting stronger. So that when you are actually together, nothing can tear you apart because you're just super strong. You have these superpowers that you've developed during your separation that has made you both invincible. And maybe you're thinking, well, not my twin flame. Me, yeah, but not them. No, it's for both of you. You may not see it, but they're going through exactly the same thing, and it's to strengthen your resolve. When you don't give up, they don't give up either. When you give up, they give up. It's just like mirrors. Whatever you do, your twin flame does, because you're the same. You're from the same flame. You're from the same soul. So you're just a mirror. Your twin flame is just a mirror aspect of you and vice versa. So when you give up, they give up. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Or else I'll just go on and on and on about these two cards, and that'll be it. The hour will be done. Okay, so where are you at? Well, we kind of basically know where you're at. I'm getting like you've had enough. You've basically had enough of this, and you're like heading for the exit. You're like, I'm breaking the contract. I get it. The moon is where you're at. 5 of Wands. So much longing for each other. You think you're longing for your twin flame? They're longing for you just as much. See? This is you, this is them, or vice versa. You're both longing for each other. And that darn longing is what's keeping you not only connected, but it's keeping you on the darn journey. You're like, I've been trying for years to get off this journey. I know. So many twin flames try. You really try. To the point where like twin flames will marry someone else. That's how much they're trying to get off the journey, and then they have to deal with the consequences of marrying someone when they're in love with their twin flame. And I'm not judging, but it happens every day. So dramatic. Yeah, so there, where you are, you're like longing for them, and you're like, I don't want to. I know you don't want to. None of us do. But the funny thing is that until you met your twin flame, you've probably never longed for anything or anyone as much as you long for them. This longing is the universe keeping you connected. So this is the universe. This beautiful mermaid is the universe making sure that that you know that the other person's still there, that you know that the other person still loves you. The universe is keeping you connected through your emotions, because water is emotion. So that's why you can't let go, or you couldn't let go, because the universe is responsible for the emotion, for the emotional connection. It's not like the universe is doing it. It's just how twin flames are created. If you hear a blender, it's my daughter in the kitchen. She's making ginger juice. 5 of Wands. If it's not a lawnmower, it's a something. 5 of Wands. Okay, this is what I'm getting. You're feeling like you're competing for a spot in your twin flame's life. It's like, yeah, like, where do I fit in? Am I even important to you? Am I even a priority? Like, you've got your life going on, and you've got people in your life, and like, I'm right here, and how do I fit? So it's like conflicting energies is where you're at, because if you're not seeing that you fit in your twin flame's life, you're like, well, I'm out of here. I'm not going to hang around. If I don't fit in my twin flame's life, I'm not hanging around. I get it. It's a natural reaction. But we can't go up against the universe who's trying to keep you connected. So there's a part of you that's longing, and then there's a part of you that says, screw this. Screw this. What else? I'm seeing like climbing your way to the top. So it's like you're kind of in competition, so to speak, with everything else that's going on in your twin flame's life. Whether that's people, a person, their career, whatever it is, it's like you're in competition. So you're like trying to climb your way to the top so that you're top dog, so that you're priority. And the universe is like, you don't have to do that, because you are a priority. There is no such thing as you being a priority, because you are your twin flame and they are you. So if you see yourself having to compete for love or attention, the universe is like, no, you have it all wrong. I'm just kidding. But your perspective of your connection is that you don't need to be a priority. You don't need to be in competition, because you're so much a part of your twin flame. It's It's not even funny. Okay? That's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense, because that was like the message there. That you don't have to compete. There's no competition. When it comes to you and your twin flame, there's no competition. You are it as much as they are it for you. So the universe is like saying, just to release that, because that's basically showing where you're at. Like, it's like, if your twin flame is not making you a priority, you're like, I'm out of here. But like, don't, like, the universe saying for us not to think that way, because it literally diminishes your connection, because in the realm of twin flames, that doesn't apply. So that's the message that goes along with where you're at, because it's very understandable with where you're at. Okay? It's not wrong, but the universe is saying we can look at it in a different way. Okay. Where's your twin flame at? Where's your twin flame at on the journey? We got too many there, so we'll take this guy. And we'll take this one because it was sticking out. Ace of Wands is where they're at. And the Knight of Swords. When I see this, obviously, what do you see? The person running away, right? So that is typically, at first glance, is like, oh, they're running away. However, they're not there anymore. You may have been experiencing them running away for the entirety of your connection, but they're not running away, because see, this is the universe guiding them. So even if it seems to you, like, from your perspective, that they're running away, the universe is actually guiding them home to you. So it's like they start off here and they're running away from you, but the universe is guiding them back to you. So that's where they're at. To you, it seems like they're running away, or it seems like they're unavailable, or they seem like they're not interested. That couldn't be further from the truth. The universe supports union like 1000%. So the universe is not in the business of keeping you in separation. It is for the betterment of our planet, for twin flames to be happy and healthy and to be in union, because that's when twin flames obviously are the happiest. It's difficult for twin flames to be in separation. So it's in the best interest of the universe to keep trying to bring twin flames back into union. So even if it seems like they're running away or running away from love, this is typically how it started, but it doesn't mean that's what they're still doing. Even if it seems like they're still running, the universe is bringing them back home to you. And a lot of them know this. A lot of them know that they're coming back to you. Again, roles could be reversed, so take it how it resonates. But if it's you are the runner, you know you're being guided back to your twin flame. If your twin flame is running, they know they're being guided back to you. So that's where they're at. Ace of Wands. They're on the same page as you, even though there's no evidence, right? Like, you haven't heard from them. They're not saying boo. They out in left field. Seems like they're running. They're involved in their own life. Like, they're on the same page. Why do you say? Because Ace of Wands is like a new opportunity. And I also see it as an opportunity for like big partnership, like big as in very significant. So I see the Ace of Wands as this new opportunity for new partnership. and you're like, oh, that sounds great, Jade. They're going to call me and we're going to go for a date. Like, yeah, but it could also mean in the realm of like the inner world, energy wise, emotional wise, because that's where it all starts off first. So emotionally, you're both on the same page. Hallelujah. You're both on the same page. You know, they've gone through the separation only to realize that they love you and they know you love them. So that's been established. So it's in terms of the inner world and being on the same page, like we love each other. So we're not going to deny it anymore, but we're not going to rush into anything. Because I feel like the universe doesn't even let us. The universe puts this like a safety, like a child lock. You know when they have those child locks in the car so the child can't get out of the car. The universe puts a child lock on your connection so you just don't rush into it the second time or third or fourth time around. It's like there's a child lock there and there's no possible way to get through that to jump into a relationship right away. Because what I'm getting is that it's the beginning of the unfoldment of the new version of your connection. And typically I'm hearing like the best way that is done is to begin from within, to establish wholeness within, so that your connection is just a reflection of the wholeness within the both of you, so that it's a reflection of the healthy environment, the healthy state of mind, the healthy state of being, so it's not toxic. That's why there's a child lock on it, so that we don't run into our toxic ways and behaviors out of excitement and, I don't know, sexual chemistry. I don't know, right? There's a child lock. But it is opportunity to have this connection in the 2.0 version, or 3.0 or 4.0 or 4.5, whatever you're at, of experiencing it in a new way, new opportunity. And it's a new opportunity for a new passionate, because that's what it is. It's the passionate, it's the healthy passionate version, not the toxic passionate version. I know, it just seems like I make this up. I mean, I do, like I just say what I hear, what I channel. But hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully you resonate. The healthy, passionate version. Okay. So that's where they're at. They're on the healthy, passionate version of your connection. So if you're wanting to go back to your old ways and how you were connecting with them before, there's like a child lock on that. I know. Isn't it fun to go back to toxic ways? Hell yeah. Just kidding. I don't encourage that. That's just like the me talking, you know? Yeah, it's fun being unhealthy. Is it, Jade? And when I think of unhealthy for myself, it's like indulging eating like unhealthy food. It's my inner child. I indulge her. I indulge them. So what was the question? Where you're at, where they're at. The blocks. Yeah, because we go into blocks, we go into the guidance, and then we go into what's coming up for you. So this is a block here. 3 of Swords. Not a fan. Not a fan of this card. But it is accompanied by the Strength card, so there's that. Just look at her expression. Like, that looks like painful. So 3 of Swords is I don't even want to say the word because I don't want to scare you, but it is like third party. And I'm not saying that that's happening. But the block is, whether it is an actual third party person, it's the third party thoughts. And I wish to God we had all the time in the world and I could really go into depth into what I mean by third party perception and how it originates. Because there's a reason why you believe that you can't be in a twin flame connection because of a third party. If it's not a third party, it's a situation or like a family member or something that you feel is blocking you. So I'm just going to umbrella it under a third party thing, which could be your own thoughts. Because hear the kids singing. This is a thought that originated and became a pattern in your life. So say in your childhood, you saw on television some show where someone got betrayed and cheated on. That seed was planted in your brain because you're like, I don't want that to happen. Look how painful that is. Being betrayed, being stabbed in the back, I don't know, being cheated on. Like, no one wants that, right? But the seed gets planted in our fertile brains at a very young age. So we think, okay, no big deal, but it's a big deal because it then becomes part of our makeup, like who we are. It becomes part of our experience. So oftentimes we experience something because it's a part of our awareness and we just bring it into our lives. Okay, I'm not trying to veer off too much, but so the third party thing or the fear of betrayal was just a seed that was planted, but it doesn't mean that it's true, and it doesn't mean that it's real, and it doesn't mean that it's stopping you from being in a twin flame connection. It's just the belief. So that's the block, is your belief in betrayal, cheating, and a person blocking you. Because if you go back in your previous relationships, you'll see that there's a pattern there. That in every relationship you had, you either worried about being cheated on, or you worried that someone was going to take your person away, or you were worried that you were going to get abandoned. All of those things were beliefs that you didn't know you had. But that is what is blocking your connection. Strength card. Some days you don't think you can do it. Some days you give up. Some days you're like, I hate working out. I want my money back from this gym membership. I know. But you were made for this. You were made for this journey. You were made for the experiences that you are experiencing because it was the way that your soul would grow. Because what's the point in going through all of eternity and we're just the same? We want to grow and evolve, and the way we do that is through experience. So you giving up on your experience is fine, but it's not what you signed up for. And the universe is just trying to help you honor what you signed up for, and that was to grow. And the best way we grow is by learning the lessons, the hard lessons that, oh, okay, my beliefs shape my reality. So what I'm experiencing now is just a product of my own thoughts. That's interesting, but I hate that lesson. I know, it's not always pleasant. Because then that makes us responsible for everything in our lives. Yeah. And that's the hard lesson. Because you're like, I didn't attract this situation. I didn't want that to happen. No, we didn't. But what I'm going to try to just put in there quickly is that our reality is created through default. If we're not intentionally creating our reality, then it's created through our past experiences, the seeds that were planted in our brains at a young age, through, our reality is also shaped through trauma that we've experienced or that we've witnessed other people experience, and then we believe that it can happen to us. Yeah. And you're saying, well, what about harsh tragedy? I know that we don't consciously create that. However, I don't even think this is the right time to even talk about this, but we do for our soul's evolution and for our soul group, for everybody to learn, for everyone involved to learn a lesson. No matter how hard it is, there's always a lesson there. Let me bring it back. So that's what's blocking your connection. It really is you not giving up. Because you giving up is what's blocking your connection. So sometimes, well, it's like thinking we can quit going to the gym and then expect to have an amazing, strengthened, strong body, right? We hope, like, yeah, maybe there's a way. So you hope that even if you give up on your twin flame connection, that somehow you're gonna end up together. Sorry, I'm just the messenger. Okay? So when you're giving up on your connection, you stay in separation and you stay in this state of unbearable longingness. The longingness is for us to do something. And you do have the strength. But you thinking that you don't have the strength and giving up is blocking your connection. Okay, moving on. What's next? What is the guidance? What's the specific guidance for you and your connection? If this is resonating, I know it's not easy to hear. Okay, so what's the guidance? Two of Pentacles and the Tower. I don't like this card. It's not that I don't like it. It just seems like it's unpleasant. But actually, the Tower card is a very positive card, because what happens when things come crumbling down, a new foundation is built. Like they have that those ancient, like, cities that have been built on ancient ruins of cities that have, I don't know, collapsed or whatever, fallen apart, whatever it is. I don't exactly know, but it's the same thing. Your connection is constantly being rebuilt. So when you're feeling like it's been destroyed, when you feel like there's no possible way it can be rebuilt, it's already being rebuilt. Because you're twin flames. The energy is always about rebuilding. So even if it came to a point of complete devastating destruction, once that happens, the energy is already there rebuilding your connection. That's why the love never goes away. So you may be even responsible for destroying your connection in terms of giving up, letting go, marrying someone else, whatever the case is. And again, no judgment, but you may have had a part in the destruction of your connection, even though it's easier to just say that they were the bad guy and they did it all, your twin flame. It's already being rebuilt because it cannot be destroyed. Energetically, it can't, like, energy can't be destroyed, so your connection cannot be destroyed. It's altered, but again, it's rebuilding because you're connected, because you love each other. Even though twin flames can try to destroy the connection, the love is always still there. And then you feel kind of sheepish. You're like, oh my gosh, I did, horrible things, said horrible things, and we still love each other. Like, I feel silly now. So the guidance is, no matter how badly you try to destroy the connection, either you or them or both of you together, it just builds again. Like the universe has these builders, energetic builders that just keep building. And guess what? The more it's rebuilt, the stronger it is. So you have a stronger foundation now. So that is a plus of your connection being constantly destroyed, like in the 3D sense, like it's nothing's there, like, just fighting, arguing, doing nasty things to one another, that kind of destroying, right? No matter what's done, the universe, the builders of the universe just come back in and they start rebuilding. And you're like, oh man. It's like magic. You go to sleep thinking, done. We are so done. We both said everything we could possibly say to destroy this crazy roller coaster ride. Done. You go to sleep feeling pretty good. You wake up and you're like, oh, it's still there. Such an overactor. Telling you, I really should have been an actress. When I was 5, I knew I was going to be an actress. Maybe it's not too late. I'm only 54 years old. Lots of time. Meanwhile. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, you wake up the next day and your connection is still there. How do you know it's still there? Because you feel it. You're like, oh my God, it's still there. We tried so hard to destroy it, and it wasn't destroyed. That's like the magic. That's the magic that happens. Okay. 2 of Pentacles. The guidance here is if you're on the side of trying to destroy it because you just don't want anything to do with it, because sometimes we sabotage it, we destroy it subconsciously because we don't think we can handle it. You can't handle all this emotion, right? So we try unconsciously, but maybe not so unconsciously, to destroy it so that we could just move on. So if there's been this pattern of destroying, like either you or your twin flame, the universe is bringing back balance so that you can stop doing that, because it's just so much easier to just surrender to it rather than use all your energy to destroy it. So the universe is saying not to use your energy, like stop trying to destroy it and just accept it. Doesn't mean you have to like do anything now, but just like stop trying to destroy it. Balance. 2 of Pentacles is balance. So you're bringing balance back to your connection by thinking better thoughts and giving, like cutting your twin flame some slack, taking responsibility for how you showed up in the connection, things like that. So that's you bringing balance back to the connection. And one major one that I'm hearing is like, we're not pointing the finger at them so much. Sometimes we just do it because it's fun. I'm just kidding. Sometimes we do it out of habit because it's easier to blame our twin flame than to take responsibility for what we're creating. Because you could have the most beautiful, loving connection, but out of default or out of emotional trauma, you're creating toxic patterns based on your past. Again, no judgment. We all do this. We're all we're all in this together, and we all do the same things, right? So don't feel bad. But it's nice to have some guidance on what we're doing, because sometimes you don't know. Okay, what's coming up for you guys? What is coming up? Let's make sure we're still recording. What's coming up for you and your twin flame? Let's have some good news, right? Felt like this was like harsh. Did you feel like it was a harsh reading? I do. It's like we just want it nice and light and easy. 5 of Pentacles. Temperance. Okay, so with the Temperance card, you're overcoming your feelings of rejection. Wouldn't that be great to like go through life and never have to feel rejected anymore? What a concept. But that's what's happening. Your oversoul, your higher self is taking over, being like, you know you're not being rejected. You know you're not rejected. You know you're not rejectable. In other words, you're so darn lovable. You're not being rejected. You're rejecting you. That's where your higher self is coming in. So what's coming up for you is the opposite of rejection. So I want to say the opposite of rejection is self-love, which then turns into union. So that's amazing. Finally, you have something that we actually want to hear. Just kidding. Yeah, so that's very positive. You're overcoming your feelings of rejection, and what a freaking relief, because feeling rejected by your twin flame is the worst rejection. Like, we can only imagine influencers, famous people online, celebrities, you know, that whole, like, feeling rejected and feeling like canceled, you know, that. But to not feel that anymore, like, what a gift. What a gift to not ever have to go through the pain of feeling rejected by anyone. The universe is saying that is possible. Because once we stop rejecting ourselves, we're not going to experience being rejected by another. You're like, well, that sounds too easy. I know, it doesn't even make sense to me. So we never have to go through life feeling rejected again once we fully accept ourselves. It sounds easy, but I don't want to accept myself. I have like so many flaws. Like, how could I possibly accept myself? I'm just kidding. We're done here. Let's move on. So click the link below. If this resonates, please book your twin flame reading while I'm still able to do them. Because who knows what's going to happen, right? We can't tell what's going to happen. So I may not always be readily available to do your reading. So please do book now. I mean, I'll make myself as available as I can. But please do book your reading. I would be so honored. I would. But if this is where we end off, thank you so much for joining me and for putting up with me. Thanks for putting up with me and my readings. I do hope they're helpful, because that's why I do them. Yes, so click the link below and we shall continue with channeled messages, because I used to do them all the time, remember? In these general readings, I used to do channel, but for some reason, the universe has like blocked it out of me. And so I'm like, okay, shoot, I forgot. Now I have to do it in the extended reading. So please join me there for the channeled messages from your twin flame. Also, I'm getting, because maybe the universe is telling me, because I provide so much of the love letters on my Instagram page. So if you're wanting a channeled message, do check out my Instagram because there's a ton of letters that are there for you waiting. Okay? So that's all free. But do check out what's coming up in the extended because it's going to be juicy. I can just tell from this reading, and plus because I haven't done one in a while, that the messages are going to be juicy for you. So stay tuned, click the link below, and I will see you there. Thank you so much for following me and for your support in my work, because without you, I'd be talking to no one and there would be crickets chirping. So I thank you. I really do. I'm so blessed to be able to share in this journey with you, because you're not crazy. We're not crazy. It's a thing. And every step we are together. Okay, so I love you all so very much. And until next time, I am wishing you so much more love and peace.